go, here we go, yo. This is George I. Cortright, and this is another A Mad Week. With who? Me, George I. Cortright. How you motherfuckers doing out there in the land that you are at? What up, Lindsay Olsen? What's up, Mr. Sherm? What up, Brett? I'm glad you are here. I am back for another Mad Week, and of course, like each week, man, shit just don't stop, man. Why don't shit stop? Why don't crazy people stop being crazy? Why don't this earth stop hating on us? I probably can tell you about that. The earth is hating on us because we hate on the earth, and if we don't change, we gonna fucking just die because shit's just gonna fucking go all over the place. We'll get into that. Yes, I just did that. Probably shouldn't do that, but I did that. I'll start with what I did last weekend. What did I do last weekend? Well, after doing the show on Saturday, as I'm doing right now, I know I'm not usually on time, on schedule. I was doing this every Thursday, and now I'm just doing it whenever the fuck I want because this is my show and I can do it whenever the fuck I want. After I did the show, me and my wifey went over to the Macaroni and Cheese Festival in Scottsdale, Arizona. And as of right now, in the month of October, I decided to give up. I decided to relieve myself of some of those complex carbs such as pastas, rice, breads and shit like that. So when I went to the Macaroni and Cheese Fest, I took some Ziplocs so I can take all these samples of macaroni and cheese and save them in the freezer and eat them later. So that is what I did. A lot of people said there was a lot of good mac and cheese. I know it ain't gonna be the same as fresh out of the oven, fresh off of the grill. So some of these macaroni and cheeses were made on the damn grill. So I know it's not gonna be the same as eating it fresh, but hey, in November, I'm gonna have a bunch of macaroni and cheese to eat. It still was a good time, met up with some friends, a lot of friends were there, met one of my buddy's daughters for the first time, a little bitty little thing. She's a little cutie pie, so it was cool meeting her, it was cool kicking it with friends, you know, having a good time and living life is the way to be, man. Anything that makes you happy is good. As long as it ain't hurting other people. I know there's people out there trying to hurt other people. Fuck you guys. Let's stay happy, keeping everybody else happy, and having love for each other. That was Saturday. Sunday was the downfall of everything I love in life. Not really. I just wanted to be dramatic. It was just a horrible day in football for me. My Cardinals got their ass beat by the damn Eagles, and then I got kicked out of my Survivor League. Both of them. I had 3 picks left. 2 in the smaller league, 1 in the big league. I put them all on Pittsburgh. Put them all on Pittsburgh Steelers over Jaguars. Over the Jacksonville Jaguars, who lost. They lost to fucking Tennessee, who ain't that fucking good. They lost to the fucking Jets, who ain't that fucking good. The Steelers, although they lost to the fucking Bears, alright. They had their one bad loss. You know, but they're still Steelers. They're fucking a good team. They should be able to do something. I was wrong. Steelers just shit a fat loaf, and they fucking lost. Ben Roethlisberger threw 5 fucking interceptions, and I am out of my Survivor leagues. That's a possibility of like $180,000 right there. Ben Roethlisberger, you just cost me. I am going to be sending you a handwritten note, and possibly you'll feel sorry for me and send me some money. I don't fucking know. But that was some bullshit, Ben Roethlisberger. You owe me, bitch. And then Monday, I took the day off. I had to do some shit for my side hustle. So I took the day off. Wifey already had the day off because of what they call Columbus Day, which is also celebrated as Indigenous Peoples Day, being that Columbus didn't discover shit. You know, there was already people on this land. Plus, Columbus didn't even fucking land on, you know, the land on the continental United States. So yeah, people still call it Columbus Day. Others are Indigenous Peoples Day. You know, I'll go with the Indigenous Peoples Day. Fuck Columbus and all that bullshit. And Monday. Monday was also the day that I went to see the Diamondbacks in their third game against the Dodgers. They had already lost the first two in the playoffs, and they shit a fat loaf too. And I didn't really have that much riding on them winning, because if they would have won, they would have had to win the next two. Although New York Yankees did that in their series against Cleveland. Cleveland shit the fat loaf. I did not have that much riding on it. I was just rooting for the hometown team. I jumped on the bandwagon because they were fucking doing well. So I went, bought the game, tickets to the game with my homie, had a good time. But the Diamondbacks did not win. So good season for you fellas. Hopefully we go back to the playoffs next year. Hopefully we do better. But that is unfortunate that the Diamondbacks lost. So pretty much, and then after that, life went back to normal and shit. And I did, what I usually do, work and kick it and hang out and watch TV and shit. So that's what I did last weekend. Oh, somebody is on who I attended the Macaroni and Cheese Fest with. So what's up to you? I appreciate you watching. Now let's get into the stories. There's just a bunch of bullshit. Some of the major shits that's going on. I will let you know. Uh-oh. What up, blessed one? Let's just go, because like I said, there's dumbasses out there, and then Mother Earth is fucking kicking our ass. Let's talk about Mother Earth kicking our ass. There are huge fires in Northern California, up in the Napa and Sonoma area. They are killing the fuck out of the area up there. The death toll has risen up to 36 individuals right now. The winds are pushing this and spreading the fire. Right now is the deadliest California wildfire in history. 45 miles an hour winds. 220,000 acres have been fucked over by these fires, because there's like several of them. It's not just one big ass fire. There's like patches of fires, and they're hoping that these fires don't fucking just become one and just fucking destroy everything up there. It's scary as fuck up there, man. It's ridiculous. They say approximately 5,700 structures have been damaged, with over 2,800 of them being residences. There was a story that I saw where a couple survived for 6 hours because they jumped into their neighbor's swimming pool while the flames and shit engulfed all the shit around them. And that's fucking crazy to me. That is scary as fuck. First and foremost, if you saw that shit coming, why the fuck didn't you bail your ass out of there in the first place? It wasn't like, I fell into a burning ring of fire. No, you wasn't in the middle. You probably had the fucking same chance as everybody else to get your ass out. But glad that you survived. You couple that survived in the swimming pool. But it is fucking crazy, man. Not sure how these started. Might be lightning, striking dry wood, or hopefully it wasn't some son of a bitch starting those fires and shit like that. That just fucking stupid. I don't understand. They're killing off all these fucking trees and shit that's providing oxygen for us, especially around, San Francisco, LA areas. They're putting a lot of pollution up in the air. We need, the vegetation and shit to release oxygen to fucking help us clear that shit out. But I don't know. Like I said, Mother Nature is fucking us over. Whether it's wildfires, whether it's hurricanes, tropical storms, earthquakes and shit all over the fucking place. It is fucking crazy out there. And that's why I don't understand why, if Mother Earth is coming after, I told you, the other fucking, whatever show it was, that, all the, either good and bad have to come together to fucking fight together against a greater force. We're seeing this fucking force right now. It's called fucking Mother Earth. So I don't know why people keep hating one another for races, genders, and all that shit, when we got a bigger fucking problem. It's Mother Earth kicking the shit out of us. So why the fuck are we hating one another when we need to band together and, you know, fight her or just protect ourselves against her? But yeah, that couple survived, blah, blah, blah. It's unfortunate, you know, much love goes out to the people who are, you know, in the path of these fires, who have gotten shit destroyed because of these fires. Hopefully something gets handled and they don't cause too much more destruction. I know it's obvious that they're going to cause more destruction, but hopefully we can contain it and control it and, you know, get rid of that shit, because that is destroying a lot of Northern California. We don't need that shit. And so that's one of the major ones. The other major story is, of course, that son of a bitch, Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, a big Hollywood producer. You know, some of the movies that his name is attached to are going to be Gangs of New York, Pulp Fiction, and a lot of the stuff that, what the fuck his name? I'm in the zone right now. I can't think of everybody's name. You know, the motherfucker Pulp Fiction dude, director, and all that stuff. Quentin Tarantino. Harvey Weinstein is behind a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies. So Pulp Fiction, other stuff besides Quentin Tarantino, English Patient, Hateful Eight is Quentin Tarantino, The Butler, Django, Quentin Tarantino, Lord of the Rings and shit. That trilogy had Harvey Weinstein attached to it. The Scary Movie franchise, that's Harvey Weinstein related. Something that I could have been in, but I didn't want to drive and only make like $100, and I had to pay for my own lodging. Piranha 3D, that was shot in Lake Havasu. Part of that was shot in Lake Havasu. As a matter of fact, some of the people that may watch this were probably in it. I decided not to go because it was at the end of May in the desert, which is hot as a motherfucker, and I think they were giving you $90 to be an extra, and plus you had to drive yourself from Phoenix to Havasu. It's about two hours or whatever, two and a half hour drive, and plus once you get out there, you gotta find yourself a place to stay, unless you want to drive back after you were done, which would be ridiculous because you never know how long you're gonna be out there anyway. I didn't want to fucking do it. This was back when I was broker than I am now. I ain't that broke. But I wasn't trying to do it, so I was not a part of Piranhas 3D. But Harvey Weinstein's name is attached to that as well. So, what did Harvey Weinstein do? For those of you who haven't known, he's just been a fucking perv and just a sexual predator when it comes to actresses and just females in the movie industry. Some of the things that he's done: he's pulled out his penis, he's pestered women to watch him shower, he's pestered women to give him a massage or let him give them a massage. He's engaged in intimate acts. There's also been 3 claims of women accusing him of just straight up rape. Not just some of this, hey, look at me in my fucking robe, or, look at my dick and all that stuff. 3 women have actually accused him of rape. This is alleged. I'm just going by what I learned on the internet. Harvey Weinstein, 65 years old, and he supposedly he's been doing this for a while. Some of the people who say that some of this shit has happened to them include Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, Rose McGowan, Minka Kelly, Ava Green, Ashley Judd, Kate Beckinsale, Rosanna Arquette, Mira Sorvino, Heather Graham. These are some major names in the acting industry. And this motherfucker has done just some nasty ass shit. Recently, he's just been expelled from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts. Of course, that's one of the things that, he's not a part of the Academy anymore. Supposedly, he was fired from his own company. I find that hard to believe. There's going to be of course, they're going to have to say they fired him, although it's his own shit. He's going to still be getting paid, somewhere because it's his shit. Supposedly, there was this is alleged shit, that there was a contract that that his company knew about some of this shit and would let it go as long as he paid for some of the instances where people were trying to get hush money and settle out of court. It was in his contract for some shit like that. Don't quote me on that. Go online, Google that shit, and find out the exact details. But that's some bullshit. It is crazy. I want to see how this plays out, because it's fucking crazy. Because when Bill Cosby got accused of all that shit, everybody from all over the fucking place was condemning him and just bringing him down and just fucking destroying the fuck out of him. He got arrested. He went to court several times. I want to see where this fucking goes. There's 3 people allegedly at this time that says it was straight up rape. So, where the fuck? Why is he not arrested? Why is he not in custody and all this shit? I know his wife has already said she was going to divorce him and all this stuff. It's just fucking crazy. There's some people in power that have been, manipulating their power and taking advantage of their power to make women or just anybody do the things that they want them to do. One of the things that came up was Terry Crews and James Vanderbeek even stated that there is men in power in the movie industry that would go and grope them, whether they ass or, they junk and shit. These are fucking grown-ass men that don't want to just kick the shit out of you because, of course, especially Terry Crews. Terry Crews knocked the shit out of somebody. Oh, angry black man fucking punches out a fucking executive. Why? Oh, we don't fucking know. Just because of, what he said. Some of these people, a lot of these people, are silent this long because they didn't want to ruin their careers. Harvey Weinstein was a major part of Hollywood and some of the big fucking movies out there. Like I said, some of the movies that I said, some of the hugest projects out there. They don't want to fuck up their career because of something silly, like old nasty motherfucker coming to the door in his fucking robe talking about, hey, give me a massage. If you don't give a massage, all right, maybe you feel better, all right, he didn't actually do nothing, he didn't put hands on me, but what he did ain't fucking right. It's fucking bullshit, so hopefully this Harvey Weinstein motherfucker goes down as bad, if not worse, than Bill Cosby. It is bullshit. I understand that not everything that comes out against Harvey Weinstein is gonna be truth. Not everything is gonna be, of course, his fault. There's some fucking casting couches out there, and then there's fucking women that are willing to do some strange things for some change, if you know what I mean. There's women that are out there that are willing to toss that monkey up to get ahead. So not everything is going to be put on him. And no, I'm not going to sit here and start victim blaming. I'm just saying that not everything is his fault, although most of the shit is because he took advantage of some women. Speaking of victim blaming, let's go over to the next story. And Nelly got accused of rape last weekend. He was arrested and then released. So they said that a woman went onto his bus. He told her, hey, I want to have sex with you unprotected, I think they said. I want to have unprotected sex with you. She said no. He ended up raping her. And then on the way out, one of his entourage tossed like $100 at her. That was the alleged story that she told. And recently when I did my follow-up on this story, it said that, she's dropping the charges. She doesn't want him to be charged. So I'm not sure if they settled out of court or she realized that what she was saying was bullshit. And the reason why I brought this up after the victim blaming is because Wendy Williams went on her show and told about how, Nelly was accused, but then she started saying, hey, it's your fucking fault for being on the bus with a fucking rapper. What do you expect? And honestly, I agree with that, but nonetheless, if the story is true that she was raped, there is nothing that gives men the right to rape women. So if she was raped, and whether she was on the fucking bus or not, she shouldn't have been raped. But then again, you gotta fucking be smarter to this. And this is where people may say is victim blaming. You gotta be fucking smart. Women shouldn't be going on rappers, entertainers, bus by themselves if they ain't trying to give no fucking pussy away. I'm just saying. What did you expect? You expected a Bible study when you went on the fucking bus? Did you expect to talk? Did you expect to fucking just sip wine and talk about foreign movies or whatever? I'm not saying that gives the right to the men to, rape the women. But I'm just saying be fucking smarter. It's like me trying to go undercover at a fucking Klan rally by myself as a black man and then like, oh shit, I'm getting my ass kicked. Like, man, I should have known fucking better not to do that shit. There's certain situations where you shouldn't put yourself in harm's way. If this was a perfect world, yes, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Women can go on a bus. Women can go anywhere by themselves and do whatever the fuck they want and not have any worries. In a perfect world, children would be able to talk to strangers, walk home from school by themselves and do whatever because nobody's gonna try to kidnap them. This ain't a perfect world, so we gotta fucking take precautions to keep ourselves out of those situations. So I'm not trying to victim blame, but damn, be smarter. Don't be out there, being a fucking groupie and, lose focus. Don't lose focus by being a fucking groupie. That's fuck. Hey, what's up? Yo, man's coming here. I got a friend coming into town, and his wife is on line with me right now. So I'm gonna take care of your boy when he gets here. I think I got 3 hours or so we gonna kick it. So that is that story. Like I said, there's all kinds of shit, and this is where I'm already all over the place, so I'm just gonna go on to the next one. Hey, guess what? Marijuana and weed is now, well, marijuana is weed. It is being decriminalized in Atlanta. Pretty much what that means is people who have been caught with marijuana weed with an ounce or less will only be given up to a $75 fine. Previously, it was up to 6 months in jail plus a $1,000 fine. Now, it's not like, this is in Atlanta, it's not like it's being, it's now legal. Weed is not legal, but the punishment for 1 ounce or less is going to be lessened. One of the reasons they said they were doing this is to, what is that shit? It's just to even up. They're saying that it's pretty much racially skewed. 92% of marijuana arrests between 2014 and 2016 were of black people. And, it's not like weed is more common in the black community. It's just 92% of the marijuana arrests have been black in Atlanta. So they want to change that. And plus, countrywide, the shit's gonna soon be legal all over the place. So might as well just bring that shit down. And shit, I see it coming for the whole country. So some of the investments that I am making are for cannabis-related stock and shit. Y'all might want to go check that out. I think that it's gonna, y'all know it's gonna be, sweep the fucking nation. So might as well put your money on it, and when it goes up, you get paid. That's what I'm trying to do. I just got to pick the right ones. Let's see how that works out. Speaking of racially skewed criminalization, we'll go on to this next one. This is the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins of the NFL. Their offensive line coach, Chris Forster, is on video snorting white powder. So pretty much he got busted snorting cocaine in the video. Well, the woman who released that video said she did so to expose racial inequality. This is Kiwana Nige, I guess her name is. I guess they had been dating for a month and a half to 2 months prior to the release of this video. She's a black lady that Chris met over in California, from what the story stated. They had been, doing drugs and all this shit together. He even used her as a platter to snort cocaine off of, as one of the stories stated. But the video that has been released, I will be playing this when I edit it. The video that was released was actually shot by Chris himself and sent over to the young lady. And he ended up, after he came down from his high, he ended up telling her that, hey, do not do anything with this video, otherwise, something might happen to you. This from one of the stories that I read, that I did my research with. So it's fucking crazy. I want to see where this goes. But he eventually, right before, the day before that this video had been released, he resigned from the Dolphins. And the Dolphins have stated that they're going to try to get him some help. So, they accepted his resignation, but still are going to help him with his drug addiction and all that stuff. But yeah, like I said, she said she wanted to expose a racial inequality when it comes to shit like this. Let's see how the NFL reacts. Let's see how media reacts. Let's see how, the country in a whole reacts when, somebody in power like this is shown, doing drugs. Let's see the ramifications and all that stuff. So I want to see what happens. But it's just crazy that it's just weird her saying that she wanted to expose it for the racial inequality. It's crazy. I understand it, but then again, you just want to expose somebody. Come on. And what's that mean that you probably snoring that shit too? You off the hook? Nope. Somebody gonna investigate your ass. I'm just saying, Kiwana, you might get investigated. You might have fucked yourself up. So that's just me saying that. Speaking of drugs, although this may or may not have been drug related, and most likely it might not have been, Ralphie May was found dead at the age of 45 from cardiac arrest. This was last Friday. Supposedly he was battling pneumonia. Ralphie May has billboards and signs and shit around Las Vegas because he has a residency at one of the casinos. I think is the Harrah's on the Strip. So I seen Ralphie May, not personally, but on TV. I can't remember what it was that he was on, but once I seen him, I'm gonna start seeing shit that he's on and all that stuff, and just keeping track. And I saw that we like Ralphie May. Okay, Sherry. I liked, rest in peace. I like this comedy too. He was cool, and it's just, it's unfortunate for his passing. So R.I.P. Ralphie May. Let's get back to some football shit. Yes, I said I had a bad football turn this past Sunday. My Cardinals sucked. They lost and got their ass beat. So that's unfortunate. The Pittsburgh Steelers got their ass kicked, unfortunately, and I'm out of my shit. But Mike Pence was at one of the games. He was at the Colts and 49ers game. And, there's all this controversy with the the players kneeling and all that stuff, disrespecting the flag. We talked about that last week. If you haven't seen my show last week, go in and check out my show from last week. Or was it the week before? I can't remember. One of them. Go check out all my shows. You can check out all my shows on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, MadGiC Entertainment. Once again, go check out my YouTube channel, MadGiC Entertainment. That is MadGiC. See all my videos and shows. But Mike Pence left the 49ers and Colts game after seeing some of the players kneeling. He said, me and the president aren't going to stand by for some of this disgrace of our flag or in our country. I think it was a PR stunt. It's just bullshit. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, Pence. Trump has been going at the NFL and all the players that have been kneeling and protesting. So I think this shows just another PR stunt. Trump was also, active in Twitter, supporting Jerry Jones and his shit that he said this past weekend. That any player of his that knelt during the national anthem will be benched. And this is after, him and his team, Monday night, I was fucking there. Him and his team fucking knelt before the national anthem started, but he still knelt with his fucking team prior to the national anthem starting. So he was on his fucking knee to show, solidarity and all that shit. But he comes out and says, any player who kneels during the national anthem is going to get benched. And Trump supported that. Trump backed that shit up. But this rolls into my, next story about how Jemele Hill of ESPN, one of the news people from SportsCenter, I think it's prime time, like 6 o'clock here in Arizona. She was suspended by ESPN for comments about Jerry Jones. ESPN says she violated social media guidelines. What she said is, if you strongly reject what Jerry Jones said, the key is his advertisers. Don't place the burden squarely on the players. Pretty much, I don't want to say what I think or whatever. I can't interpret this shit. But it's pretty much saying, if you don't like what Jerry Jones is doing, boycott the advertisers that support Jerry Jones. Now, being that some of the advertisers that support Jerry Jones also support ESPN, ESPN didn't like that shit and said she's suspended for 2 weeks. But this is the second time recently that Jemele Hill went very aggressive on her social media. Several weeks ago, if not less than several weeks ago, she was on one of the social media networks calling Trump, a white supremacist. She went heavy on Trump, and I support those comments. But guess what? You're with a certain company that you might not be able to say such things. Yes, there's freedom of speech, but then again, there's also company policies and all that stuff. Like I said, I support all the shit that she's saying. I support all the shit that she's saying. I'm not saying that she shouldn't say that shit. I'm not saying that at all. But when you do say that shit with a company, you probably are going to get reprimanded. And this is a reprimand. And when it comes to the whole advertisers, you should have thought that one a little bit through. If they support them, most likely they're doing advertising on ESPN. So if you're boycotting that, you're boycotting the money that comes into ESPN, that comes into your shit. If you don't care about that shit, all right, go for it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm just saying, you probably should have thought about that a little bit more. But Jemele Hill is standing strong, calling motherfuckers out. And I want to see what happens with her. For those of you who want to give updates and stuff, please make sure you're signed up to A Mad Week on Facebook page, and shoot me something. Tell me, give me updates and all this shit. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, let's stick with football. Speaking of, racial shit and football, Mike Ditka stated that there have been no racial oppression over the last 100 years. God damn. I don't know what school he went to. He is 77 years old. And he said in the last 100 years there have not been racial oppression. He didn't know about the Jim Crow laws, I guess, that, enforced segregation. He didn't see nothing about the civil rights movement, I guess. He didn't understand that, Martin Luther King and all of that. I guess he haven't seen, in the recent years about all these cops shooting innocent black men. I guess he hasn't known anything about that. All that he knew about was the Bears. So it's unfortunate that Mike Ditka said that shit, and of course, everybody's forced to apologize. So he's, put his apology up. You can find his apology and shit. But just want to put it out there that Mike Ditka stuck his fucking foot in his mouth and said some stupid ass shit. Let's see. We did that. We're gonna be winding down because pretty much it's just some insignificant bullshit. One of the things that I want to tell you about is Trix cereal. Trix. I never ate Trix cereal. I wasn't a fan of Trix cereal. I like Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes. A lot of the Kellogg cereals is my shit. And then some of the General Mills was like Lucky Charms, stuff like that. But Trix cereal will return to using artificial colors and flavors after 2 years of not doing so. So they took that shit off, trying to be healthier, trying to attract that new surge of people eating healthier. But now they are getting the artificial flavors and colors because people said, hey, they missed the bright colors and they missed the classic taste. So they're not just going to pull the healthier version. They said they're going to be selling both of them. One for the classic shit, one for the healthier shit. So I know some of this shit is causing cancer, and studies have shown that it's causing cancer, making kids unhealthy and all that stuff. But you can't blame it all on the food. Some portion is some of the food, but shit, I ate a lot. Like I said, Fruit Loops and shit. I ate a lot of artificial coloring and all that stuff, but I'm good to go right now. But then again, I lead the active lifestyle. I know it's different these days because children these days are more staying inside, playing video games, doing stuff on their phone, so they're not active as much as what I was. So I understand that, your blood ain't moving, your blood ain't, rejuvenating itself, kicking out the toxins and stuff like it was doing for me. Shit, everybody needs to eat healthy, have their kids eat healthy and all that shit. Right, from what I hear, obesity is at its highest right now. So that is fucking crazy. People need to fucking do something better for themselves. I know fast food is absolutely easy, but shit, there are some healthier options out there. I know they don't taste as good, but there are healthier options out there. And then get your ass out there and work out. Don't just sit on your ass, watch TV. I know TV is nice right now. There's all kinds of channels with all kinds of fucking great shit. Marvel making fucking TV shows, DC making TV shows, all kinds of TV shows everywhere. Even on regular fucking cable. You ain't even got to fucking have cable to get the good shows and all that stuff. So TV is fucking nice, but get your ass out and work out. Otherwise, you're going to be unhealthy. Otherwise, you might get diabetes and just be a fat loaf sitting on the couch and then wonder why your leg don't work and all that shit. So everybody needs to be healthier. Let's see what else. Speaking of being healthier, part of your health also depends on you not doing stupid ass shit. Stupid ass shit. What is something stupid, I think? Well, this new trend of getting tattoos on your eyeballs. You see the whites of my eyes? See that? There is a tattoo that can change the color of the whites of your eyes. It's called a Sclera tattoo. Well, one model is left partially blind from this tattoo, and she's wondering, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna put out. There's pictures. I've been meaning to do this story for like the past 2 weeks, but I keep skipping over it because it's just one line in my little notes. But she is left partially blind and is trying to go out there and warning people, hey, don't do this because it might fuck up your eyes. Obviously, obviously, why would you want to tattoo your eyeballs? Like I said, I'm gonna put pictures up there when I edit this, but make better decisions, people, man. Do you really need the whites of your eyeballs a different color? I don't think you do. But anyways, like I said, I'm all over. Maybe she wants to make her eyeballs look more like Trick cereal, more vibrant colors. Another story. George Foreman wants to fight Steven Seagal. Why? George Foreman is 68 years old. Steven Seagal is 65 years old. George Foreman was like, hey, let's go fight in Vegas. He said that, why does he want to? He really didn't have a good reason, but then again, I don't think there's any good reason for a 68-year-old to fight a 65-year-old. But he said that Steven Seagal really can fight and is big enough to defend himself. Is that a reason to do it? I don't think so, but George Foreman wants to fight Steven Seagal. It'll be interesting. Maybe he's piggybacking off the, Steven Seagal was martial artist, and George Foreman's a boxer. The whole Mayweather, Conor McGregor, boxer versus martial artist. I don't know. Would I watch it? Yes. Would I pay for it? No. If it was like the undercard for another event, maybe. But honestly, somebody might die. 68 and 65. That should not happen. All right. Another story is new emojis. There's new emojis to show gender neutral characters. I'll put a picture of this in my edit as well. But it's like young folks, medium-aged folks, old folks of different colors, all different colors, but it's gender neutral. You can't tell if it's a man, woman, boy, girl, whatever. At least you're not supposed to be able to tell the difference. For the people out there that's choosing not to have a gender, or well, the world's just swinging in that direction, man. Do I hate it? Nope, because it ain't hurting me. Do I like it? I don't care about it enough to like it. If that's what they want to do, whatever. If there's some people that could use it, all right, go for it, whatever. But it's just another fucking thing. Like, serious? Serious? Like I said, I don't hate. I don't like. Whatever, man. Gender neutral emojis. How many emojis do we need anyway? I fell asleep on that emojis movie. I just need to finish watching that shit. I'll let you know how that is. Any movies that we watch. I can't remember if I am not giving you my update on some other movies. All right, last but definitely not in the least, and trust me, I'm not ending on a high note this week. Texas Tech student shot and killed an officer at a campus police station Monday night. This 19-year-old freshman got arrested, and while he was at the station, he shot and killed a police officer. He fled, and they later caught him like an hour later, and now he's in custody. Supposedly, somebody reported that there was belief that this guy had a weapon and might have been on drugs. So the campus police went and searched his room and shit, and while they were searching his room, he came in, and they took him down to the police station, and that's when the shit happened. Bang, fled, and now he's in custody. I know a lot of people aren't gonna agree with me on this statement, but That's an open and shut case, man. That is an open and shut case. You were there. There's probably camera footage of this guy shooting the cop for no fucking reason. Why do we need to have him alive? He should have been executed right on the fucking spot. Obviously, if he's doing shit like that, he is not worthy to be in our society. Let's not waste any fucking time. Let's not waste any fucking money. Let's not waste anything on this fucking jerk that had no care in this world to not take a life. So we should have no care in the world to have no care in the world to want to save his. So he should have been gone right away. Like I said, not that many happy stories, you know. Hopefully the fires in California can get contained and shut the fuck down. As human beings, we all need to come together and love one another, because there is a greater force out there against us, you know, because part of it is our fucking fault for creating, you know, pollution and all that shit. But we need to come together, love one another, work with one another, and fucking do something to help each other out, because something is coming fucking for us. Let's do this together, everybody. This is George I. Cortright. Go and subscribe on YouTube to my channel. Watch my shows. Watch my little videos. Hopefully we'll crank this back up and you don't just have to listen to me. I'll have somebody bounce some shit out. I was going to have a friend of mine be on this week, but it just didn't happen. Maybe we'll have him on next week. So this has been George I. Cortright with MadGiC. And guess what? Beep, beep. I'm out, baby. I'm out.
I wanna show you places we could see. No stress, no responsibilities. Smooth melodies and good company. Good weather, forever 85 degrees. Get classy, I wanna see you dress, no jeans. Good food, yeah, I wanna treat you properly. Find a property with privacy. And honestly, I hope you just vibe with me. Damn, I think I hit the lottery. Yeah, I'm hoping you'll be open to honesty. I'm sick of all these exes, yeah, they lie to me. So I think I met a lady, damn, finally. Let's climb mountains by beauty we